This is Springfield Elementary School, Seymour Skinner's beloved detention center. I mean, home of learning. But tell me, what do you know about this room?
What the hell? Shh!
Or better yet, what floor is the principal's office on? Did you guess the first floor? Well, you're correct. Did you guess the second floor? You're also correct. Those treetops out the window can only mean one thing: inconsistency. So yes, today I'm going to be showing you exactly how Springfield Elementary actually works, or in this case, doesn't work. This building is about as inconsistent as my frackin' love life, dude. And Skinner's, for that matter. Now, here's the deal. This building has never had an official floor plan released, which means today we gotta do the opposite of what Springfield Elementary School is known for. We gotta get creative. Though I'll be honest, we aren't gonna have much of a floor plan by the end of this all. Not even Lisa could piece a puzzle like this together. With that said, at the bare minimum, we know that this building has 2 floors. Take one look at this school's front, and that's plain as day. A bunch of windows on the bottom, and a couple on the top. Well, more than a couple, but you know what I mean. So for now, let's take a look at rooms we know to, well, simply exist. The most obvious sure thing we have when it comes to the school's first floor is Miss Krabappel's room. Bart is always shown in the intro song doing detention in the 3rd room on the right side of the building. Then on the Lisa side of things, we have Miss Hoover's room.
All right, children, you may now exchange Valentines.
We also have the music room that Lisa's always shown to be in during the intro. Then we have the cafeteria.
This overcrowding in detention is becoming critical.
And I can assure you, dear viewer, you're gonna hate how inconsistent this place is by the time our video is up. But moving on, we also have the auditorium.
It's your turn, Jimbo.
And finally, the big old gym.
He's more dizzying than the belfry at St. Carragagloon wagons.
Oh, and I guess if you want to get super technical, we've also got Willie's shed on the outside.
Yeah, I bought your mutt, and I ate him.
Honestly, for a school, not too many rooms so far. I mean, for how big the school looks on the outside, there's gotta be a bunch of one-offs we rarely see, or maybe the ones we know of constantly jump and take the space of other rooms. Speaking of which, hey, what do you know? It's a room that does just that. So remember how I showed the clip from the intro earlier where Mrs. Krabappel's room is on the right side of the school, specifically on the 3rd window? Well, that wasn't always the case. Thankfully, it's still on the right side of the school, but that looked like the first room on the right to me rather than the 3rd. Then again, the building doesn't look quite right in its entirety. I mean, there aren't any windows directly to the side of the entryway as we're used to with modern depictions of the school. But hey, let's chalk that up to first season jitters or something, right? How do things fare in the 2nd season for Miss K's room? Well, let's ask the episode Lisa Substitute.
Bart Simpson, I know it's you.
And here comes Snowball too. This is the one we kept.
That pan up can only mean that Miss Krabappel's classroom is above Miss Hoover's, but that begs the question, does this mean that Miss Hoover's class is situated in the frackin' basement? Well, definitely not. Here's a shot from the same episode in Miss Hoover's class showing that there's a window to the outside world, something you wouldn't get in a basement. So, Miss Krabappel's room is on the 2nd floor now, and Miss Hoover's is on the ground level, alright? Okay, I can work with that, as long as the episode can keep consistent. Well, there's Miss Hoover's room again, with Lisa's sub filling in, but now overlooking the playground, meaning it's back on the 2nd floor. So, what can we gather here? The classrooms don't make much sense, but I mean, hey, maybe some of the other rooms might, right? It's just one blunder. Well, let's look at the cafeteria in more detail. Now, if I recall correctly, one of my favorite episodes, Grade School Confidential, features it in pretty prominent fashion, but where was it again? Huh, interesting that it's on the 2nd floor, but honestly, I can buy it. Kids gotta burn a few calories hiking up some stairs before chowing down. Guess this one's cut and dry. That's a clip of Bart opening the doors to the outside of the school, and what's that door above the exit say? Cafeteria. See, now we got a problem. If the episode Elisa's Substitute is to be believed, then Springfield Elementary would have 2 cafeterias, one on each level. And frankly, with how limited the budget is at that school already, I'm gonna outright say it's a bunch of malarkey. So, where is this cafeteria? For now, I'm gonna guess the first floor, and that's mainly because I just think it's too big to go on the top floor. So let's assume that it's at the center of that first floor, and towards the back for an exit, as we saw earlier in the Lisa Substitute clip. That should be a safe bet, right? But speaking of big rooms, let's take a look at the Springfield Elementary Auditorium. I mean, the writers have got to have a surefire placement for this one, right? It's literally where the first scene of the entire series took place.
How you doing, Fred? Yeah, excuse me, Fred. Oh, pardon my galoshes.
Man, Homer sounded different back in season 1, but alright. That seems like a pretty big room. I mean, take a look at the scope of it in the episode The President Wears Pearls.
Don't vote for kids of Springfield unless you want an offender. I'll talk to teachers.
So again, with a room that size, I bet you it'd have to be on the first floor. And hey, what do you know? My theory's confirmed in the episode Skinner's Sense of Snow.
We're snowed in.
We're trapped in the school!
It's a bit hidden, but from what that shot where the front of the school has been shown in, we can see in the back in beautiful shining letters, Auditorium. Wait, isn't the cafeteria in the back though? And if the exit to the back is through the cafeteria and that's in the center, then wouldn't that mean... Okay, so the auditorium is where the cafeteria is, I think.
Look, the snow's melting.
Wait, no? That's the same shot from earlier, but now the letters that spell auditorium are missing. So, we're kind of left with no decisive location for this room either. We know it's there, but I guess the cafeteria and it just switch places with one another some days. I don't know. Rooms get tired, dude. They need breaks. Maybe this place is on the second floor. I mean, it wouldn't make much sense, but then again, as you can probably already tell, neither does like anything about this place and the cartoon itself. Does this place even have stairs to its second floor?
Oh, scared me! Oh, it's a... Okay, I'm all right. What are you looking at, you bastards?
Oh yeah, there they are. Well, at least they've got a way to get up to these constantly shifting rooms. And for those of you with keen eyes, we'll get to why there's 3 floors in due time. Now let's take a look at Principal Skinner's office. I mean, there's nobody who's more of a rule follower than Seymour Skinner, until it comes down to home cooking, of course.
But what if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking?
What a delightfully devilish rebel. That was a bit forced, but you know what? I don't care. Steamed hams is still funny to me, damn it. And you, as someone as strict as Skinner, he's bound to follow the rules of physics with his office, right? You can already see where this is going. Most folks believe Principal Skinner's office is on the second floor, and honestly, I don't blame them. Take a look at the window in the episode Who Shot Mr. Burns?
Well, we could give each student a full college scholarship.
Those are the tops of trees we can see in the background, meaning we're pretty clearly looking at a room on the top floor. So then look out the window again and explain to me what's going on in this clip from the episode The Heartbroke Kid.
A lot of compatibility there.
Skinner, be gay on your own time. Today is the day we choose who gets the school's vending machine contract.
Disregard what Chambers said there and think for a moment. This is a video about school after all. You saw it, right? That's the playground in perfect view at ground level, meaning the room has shifted down a layer and is to the back of the school. Great, we've got 2 conflicting locations. Why not make it 3? Take a look at this clip from Whacking Day. That's the superintendent walking through the front doors of the school and immediately seeing Principal Skinner's office. So now Skinner's office is still on the first floor, but has moved all the way across from its usual position. Lovely. Our conclusion here, again, I have no idea where does this room go. Literally never consistent. It's as shifty as Armin Tanzarian himself. What, I shouldn't bring up Seymour's sketchy secret past? Well, if you think that's sketchy, you aren't ready for the most secret area in the entire school. But before we get around to that hidden section, let's hit some of the smaller rooms we don't see much. And hey, despite what you may have believed about the budget, like me, Springfield Elementary can in fact pay for a nurse's office, although they're probably legally required to have one on site, especially with someone like Bart on campus. And hey, what do you know? It's right next to Bart's classroom as well. They're more prepared than I thought. Of course, we also have the teacher's lounge, where teachers definitely don't make fun of the students behind their backs.
Look at me, I'm Millhouse. I tucked my shirt into me underpants. I've got no friends.
Well, I mean, Millhouse is the exception. Who can't make fun of Millhouse? And at the least, the room itself looks a lot nicer than the conversations that go on within.
Oh, hello, Lisa. We were just
Discussing Vasco da Gama.
That lounge has got to be worth a quarter of the school budget on its own. And the rarely seen computer lab also can't come in at a cheap price, even if it only has one computer.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. I'm learning. Aw, way to go, Ralph.
Though to be fair, the room does get quite the bit of upgrades later on in the series that legitimately could cost thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Giving all these kids computer lab passes for the rest of the term was a great idea.
I mean, those look pretty old, but a computer's a computer. I'm just impressed they have more than one computer at all. And finally, we have the custodial closet, Willie's other place to store things that isn't his shed.
Willie, sometime over the holiday weekend, the beloved grade 4 gerbil super dude lost his life.
I just hope the red stuff coming out of that sink is rust or detergent of some kind. Though with this school, you never really know what kinds of crazy things could go on in there. Or I mean, maybe you could guess what goes on in there. We all knew that was bound to happen eventually, but that doesn't make it any more frightening. And speaking of frightening, it's finally time we get to talk about what's going on underneath this building. We finally moved on to the bottom level of the school. Let me give you a basic idea of what this place is like.
What the hell? Shh.
Yeah, a whole frackin' secret dungeon where the nerds do homework underneath the floorboards of the school, and what do they call it?
What is this place?
The refuge of the damned.
Oh, lovely. Off to a great start, really. Kids being bullied in the belly of the building? What other screwed up stuff could go on down here?
You may pick your bikes up in Utility Basement B.
Hey, what gives? Where are the mountain bikes?
Sorry about the ruse, gentlemen.
Oh, you know, that's just former Vietnam War veteran Seymour Skinner locking children in a fracking basement for an entire day. Nothing weird going on there. How has this man not been arrested? This is imprisonment. But of course, the greatest secret lies beneath even all of that, under the floor of the boiler room.
Yeah, you're lucky you're getting a decent burial. My own father got thrown in the bog. What in the name of St. Ephesiocratus?
Miss Hoover, the floor is shaking.
Ralph, remember the time you thought
Yep, Springfield Elementary was sitting on its ticket to luxury school lunches in plasma TVs for the teacher's lounge all along. And while Mr. Burns may have ended up taking that oil for himself, the oil geyser did give us something even more valuable. More proof that Miss Hoover's class is on the second floor and Miss Case is on the first, thanks to the way the geyser bursts. I'm pretty sure that's like the only set of rooms we can come close to confirming the location of in this show at this point. But guys, that's all I got for you today, and if you want to see more videos like this, click what I got on screen right about now, and as always, thank you very much for watching.